Hi, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Faith.
And this is the very first podcast of Legendary Talks.
Woo!
Okay, so for our podcast, we're really expecting it to be like a little chill, vibey podcast where we basically talk about the stuff, as we call it.
Yeah, all the current events that you see on social media that's happening. You know, we want to give our opinions on it, and also we want to hear from everyone else. Well, anything else to add?
Well, first, before we get into this first podcast, you can go follow us at Legendary Talks on Twitter, where the L in talk is an I. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna get into our first podcast. That's ghetto. That's so ghetto. We're gonna get into our first podcast, and we really hope you enjoy it and stay tuned with us on our journey.
Of course, we'll set up a schedule. We're posting either weekly or bi-weekly, but just know you'll be hearing it from us more often.
All right. Until then, here's our podcast, and let's get into the very first one.
Legendary Talks.
Alright, so obviously this week we kind of just decided that it would be the perfect time to start our podcast. And Faith, do you want to tell them why?
Because tomorrow is Grammy night.
Yes, tomorrow's Grammy night, and of course, the Grammy has done some very questionable things to Black and people of color lately.
Right.
Very questionable things.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
There are a lot of artists we are excited, very excited to see tomorrow. Yeah. It's it's still a very big night in music, and we want to watch it. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna be streaming.
Yeah.
Should we be streaming? We don't know if we should stream or watch through the app, because we watch through the app, it gets the CBS views. And of course, since what happened with the Grammys lately, we just don't want to put our support into that. Right. Okay, so with that being said, this is the day before the Grammys, and we've got everything ready. We got us, we're having a mini Grammy party. And when by party, I mean it's just us, really, because we don't, it's a pandemic. We can't really get anybody else, to be honest.
Right.
So we just have things ready for tomorrow.
Exactly. We even made up a game especially for tomorrow. It's kind of like fantasy football, but with the artists. So we got down all of the artists that are performing, and we basically picked at least two songs that we think they're going to perform, and in an order we think they'll perform it in. So we'll see by the night who's got the most right.
I personally think that I will win, because I'm just better.
And then you woke up.
I know, not the and then you woke up. anyways, whatever. So anyways, okay. So for our game, it's gonna be 2 or 3. Should we make it 3? It's gonna be 3 points if you get the song right, if they perform a song that you said, and it's gonna be 5 points if they got the order, if you put it in the same order that they performed it.
Right.
And so we're really excited to see that. We're really excited to play our game. We have a bunch of snacks and foods planned out for tomorrow and activities, and we're just very excited to see the Grammys.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so we talked a lot about how the Grammys are tomorrow, and we're so excited. We have a little game going, and we just got a lot of food, and we're having a little mini Grammy party. But who are we excited to see perform? Who are we excited to see on the red carpet? Who do we think is going to win? All that juicy stuff.
Well, for starters, since you put me on a game about supposedly the picture that dropped of Harry's outfit. But not going to be Harry's outfit, because thank God. But I am excited to see what he will bring to the red carpet, cap, and what he's going to perform.
From what I've seen on Twitter, because yes, I am on Twitter. Well, I'm not going to give you my account names yet, but you can follow Legendary Talks on Twitter at Legendary Talks. But But from what I see on Twitter, it was somebody that's a part of Harry's team. I follow Harry Styles closely because that is my man.
Okay.
Okay, relax with that. Okay, but Harry and Zayn are my mans. I have a list, honestly, but Harry and Zayn are at the top of that list. They always have a little special place in my heart.
And then you always wake up.
I was...
Because you've been asleep for too long.
Okay, whatever. I was a little directioner at heart, but now I love Harry and Zayn with all of my heart. The other members I don't follow as much, but I still love One Direction. But I'm so excited to see Harry on the Grammy stage, to see how far he's come. He's nominated for 3 Grammys tomorrow night. And he's going to be the opener at his very first Grammys. But,
so proud.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. Before I went off, I had to plug him in there for a second. But yeah, I saw someone that works with his stylist post something on Instagram the other day, and it was not to our liking. Let's just say that. But I feel like Harry could actually pull it off.
Yeah, it would be better if like the dress part was in the back, and it'd be more a prettier dress. If
you've seen the picture, you know what I'm talking about. It's like these white pants, like a pink dress over it. If you search it up enough, you'll be able to find it on Twitter, if I'm being honest. But I feel like Harry could pull it off in a way.
Yeah, he looks good and everything.
But I don't think that's what he's wearing, because he's very much going to be one of the most anticipated, like, outfits of the night, because everybody's always trying to see how he's going to top himself from the next one. So I'm just, yeah. And who else are you excited to see on the red carpet and perform?
Well, since you said all the celebrities going to be there, I'm really excited to see if, like, Ariana Grande on the red carpet. Yes. She always slays. Yes. Honestly, she's so pretty and beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I agree.
But like, I'm so excited to see what she's going to be bringing to the red carpet, because whenever she go out, she goes all out and she steps. I love it. Megan, obviously, because she has a body out of this world.
Okay. Body crazy,
right? She has a body out of this world, and also she has good style. I like her style a little bit too.
I also think, like, if I'm thinking about, like, to performance outfits, like, I feel like Doja Cat be stepping out too sometimes. Like, she really be stepping with these outfits that she wear to award show, and I feel like she's really underrated in that category.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see them. I'm also excited to see Doja, Megan, and Harry perform, because period.
Right?
That's just what it is. Who else am I excited to see? Who else is performing?
The baby.
The baby.
Let's go.
Not singing 2 different songs. Okay, I'm also very excited to see BTS. I know we talked about this earlier. We're not a part of the ARMY, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not unfortunately, but we're not a part of the ARMY.
We'll
but
get there.
Yes, we're getting there. We watched a Carpool Karaoke video recently, and we're like, oh, we like this. We like them. We like their energy. We like their energy. Yes. They can very much sing.
Yeah.
And they just kind of remind of us of each other, so it's like we like really like that. And I also think they're very good performers. They have like really good dance choreographies, costumes, vocals, that all be like on point. The visuals, everything. So I'm very excited to see them perform Dynamite or Life Goes. Well, not Life Goes On, but like I'm pretty sure they're gonna perform Dynamite.
Yeah, and their aesthetic is so beautiful, actually. I like it.
All of it. I want all of that.
Who else are we excited to see?
You know who I wish they did have perform, but they didn't?
Who?
I've been getting into Chloe and Halle lately.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I wish that I was going to be able to see them perform on the Grammy stage this year, but that is very unfortunate that I won't be able to see them perform on the Grammy stage.
Yeah, they're making their way up there, though.
Yeah.
I'm really sure of it. They're going to be great. Bruno Mars.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot about Bruno.
Okay, Bruno. He has vocals. He's obviously legendary. So he's obviously gonna be
He's gonna be. He's also gonna bring like the old school vibes to the Grammy stage.
He's gonna give us what we need.
He's gonna give us that la la la. Did y'all hear "Leave the Door Open"? It was beautiful. It was a beautiful song, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna perform at the Grammys, and it's gonna be. I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser, to be honest. Well, crowd as in like his peers, because there's going to be no audience. I forgot. COVID time.
Sorry.
Oh, actually, Fun fact, today marks exactly a year since my last day being in physical personal school. I got my Snapchat memory for today, and it was basically me sitting in the back of the classroom recording when the principal went on the intercom and spoke about how we wouldn't be back until spring break.
I mean, must be nice. Mine's, I didn't go to the last day of school. I'm never in school. That's so sad, but stay in school, children.
Stay at school, kids. Legendary Talks do not promote for kids. We do not promote for kids to drop out of school. We want them to go to school, stay in school, learn good things, get good grades.
Yeah, be something.
We don't want to be so. Okay, back to the Grammy talk. As you can see, we get off track a lot. We get backtracked a lot. So we're gonna go back to speaking about the Grammys, but. Janae Aiko is hosting the pre-show.
Oh my gosh. I wish she would have been nominated for a Grammy or whatnot.
Faith is having a little moment. Janae Aiko was nominated for a Grammy. I'm pretty sure she was nominated for a big category too. I'm let's look this up.
I'm proud of her.
She was nominated for Record of the Year, actually, I think.
Really?
Yes. Janae Aiko is nominated.
Who else is in that category?
Well, I can say some things, but we're currently on the podcast.
My bad.
Because I know who else is nominated for the category. I have nothing against anybody else in that category, but it's pretty predictable on who's probably gonna win. It's probably predictable who's gonna win. Taylor and Dua Lipa are predicted to sweep the Grammys this year, and they're both in the Record of the Year category.
And I mean, Dua Lipa, I have faith in her. Her songs are actually catchy. Nothing against Taylor Swift, because I grew up listening to her music at a point in time. I went through a Taylor phase, but now I've kind of fallen out of touch with her. But I know her music will still carry.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah,
we have no hate towards Taylor Swift. Don't take any of our little jokes or remarks that we make any hate against anybody, because it's never that way. It's just we just always joke around.
We're not real critics, so our opinions
exactly.
Don't have to take it serious.
Exactly. That's how we joke. We always joke around. I know sometimes we can come off as being very serious or very
offensive.
I don't think it's to say offensive, sort of say, but we're just we just never take anything seriously.
Yeah, sorry.
Unless we put a disclaimer to take it seriously, because we are not very serious people. I can go around and be like, I'm dating Harry Styles because I am. Shut up. And that's the ending you woke up. Okay, keep that to yourself. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that. Wait.
Sleep again.
Wait, maybe Taylor Swift is not in this category.
Is it Dua Lipa then?
Dua Lipa is in this category.
She might win. But Janae, oh my gosh.
Actually, no, this is not Janae Aiko's category. I don't know what she's in. Album of the Year category.
Album? Oh, wow.
Not Record of the Year. Album of the Year.
Taylor Swift is up on that one.
I think Taylor
Folklore?
Swift.
Folklore?
Yes. Oh, you're learning. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Okay. So let's see who's nominated for this. It would have been better if we had these. Okay, we're gonna say Record of the Year. Album of the Year. I'm pretty sure Janae Aiko is nominated for Album of the Year.
And if that's the case, I think I listened to a few songs, and I don't know. It's probably one of the most recent albums.
Yes.
Okay, then that one, I listened to that one. Few songs.
I listened to a few too. I sent you the. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay, center it. Okay. So
Gabby just cut
it out.
Me. Okay, podcast listeners.
No, shut up! Oh my god, dang, we can never even do a podcast. Okay, so back to pre-shows. So we're speaking about the pre-shows, and earlier we were speaking about how there was the Grammy controversy this week. So the Grammy controversy essentially was, I think a day or two ago, I believe, they released that a bunch of categories would be moved to the pre-shows, and it was a bunch of major categories. And a lot of people looking at it were like, these are a lot of major categories for people of color and Black people. So we're wondering why these aren't in the actual show, and why are they on the pre-show instead? Mm-hmm. Best rapper, best R&B, best rap album, best R&B and all that other stuff. The entirety of the R&B categories had been moved to the pre-show. And everybody's just kind of wondering why did most of those categories that we know for sure are going to Black people and people of color, why would they move to the pre-show, and why couldn't anything else be moved to the pre-show? And if that's the pre-show, then what's going to be in the main show? Because these are very big categories, so they should be in the main show.
Exactly. See, this is exactly why music industry is so complex and like kind of discriminatory, just a little bit, you know?
Not just a little bit, a lot of it.
A lot, yeah.
It's like that video that Tyler Creator was talking about when he won a Grammy a few years ago, and he was like, "It's funny how when I genre bend.
Mhm.
He's like, when I genre bend or something and like try new sounds and stuff, it's always that we're labeled as urban in the urban category, but we can't just be pop or like this or that. Like Black people, if they have like." Black people, essentially, just because they're Black, has to be categorized in rap and R&B and all that other stuff, just because they're Black, not because their music is actually fit into that category and stuff like that.
Right.
So, nothing wrong with R&B and rap. Like R&B and rap,
yeah, it's carried.
It's very much carrying the music industry right now. Right. To be honest, pop music is up there, but who's carrying the music industry right now?
Right.
Exactly. Thought so.
Thought
so. Okay, we don't really need. we gotta jump from that topic because
pro-Black.
Exactly, but we gotta jump from that topic because we don't want anybody getting like.
Yeah. But it's okay because Black people, and people of color, we still got the BET.
Yeah, we're standing with you. Exactly. Well,
awards.
BTS really don't.
Oh,
exactly. But they got Korean award shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they doing stuff. They do their thing.
And they be doing their stuff at the VMAs, the AMAs, all those other American award shows.
Oh my gosh, everybody
they be stepping at all these award shows.
Yeah.
That's what I found also messed up because like not only did they remove most of the Black people categories, if you think about it, like the best performance for duo/group, like that's been televised for years on the Grammys. Mm-hmm. And then like the year where like it's looking like BTS would definitely win this category, they put it in the main shows, and that really just surprised me, to be honest.
Right.
But besides all that heavy, besides all this stuff, it's definitely a problem in the industry that I feel like they should address. I feel like some artists should probably address it because once artists start addressing it, then maybe the Recording Academy will probably take it seriously. But I know there's that fact that artists can be blackballed if they speak out, and that's what some of them are probably afraid of. Yeah. But it's a tricky thing, the music industry, and I don't know much about it, so I'm not gonna talk like I do. So I'm not gonna sit here and continue to talk like I do, but I know it's a tricky thing.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%.
But besides all that, we will still be watching the Grammys, like you said, because we are excited for some people to win the Grammys, and a lot of these people do deserve to win Grammys for what they have done. But it's also it's a bittersweet kind of moment, to be honest. Like there's people that deserve this award, but there's also people that's out there who didn't get nominated that also deserve to be a part of the award show.
Yeah, that's really sad too.
So it's bittersweet. But. Yeah. So all this talk about the Grammys and everything is very much making us very much getting us into our music side of ourselves. We're very music oriented, both of us. So talking about the Grammys really just gets us into that mood, Mm-hmm. So we decided to come up with a list of our top 7 songs right now. And for me, I have at number 1. Well, there's no specific order. Yeah. So I'm just going to read down my list. There's Dive by Victoria Monet. There's Tightrope by Zayn. There's Lonely by Chloe and Halle. There's Stuck on You by Giveon. Drew Barrymore by SZA. That's an old one, but whatever. Golden by Harry Styles. Streaming right now. Gotta plug my man. And Life Goes On by BTS. I've been listening. I said I don't listen to BTS that much, but Life Goes On and Dynamite are definitely 2 songs that I listen to constantly, and I really like Life Goes On, to be honest. I've been listening to a lot lately.
Okay, well, for my list of 7, I have Hit Different and Good Days acoustic version. They're like a combination, both together, SZA did. And I feel like whenever an artist does an acoustic version, it obviously shows their range, and it's so pretty because it's more mellow and whatnot. I also have Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan, acoustic version. Still Your Best by Giveon. All to Me by Givian. The Mulatto Beatbox Freestyle. No More Parties featuring Lil Durk. And Damage by Her. Yeah, so mine very much nothing but blacks.
Yeah. Cut the mic. Take her mic away. Cut the mic.
But I have a white diversity, no, not gonna lie.
Cut the mic. Cut the mic. D-plat for her faith # #faith_out. Bye. You can leave. But very much so. We're very much into R&B and rap music.
Yeah.
Mostly R&B for me too. Like mostly R&B, just because
Yeah.
it's a vibe, bro. Sometimes I be hitting those lyrics. I'm in like it's cool. Okay, I'm SZA. I'm SZA, bro. All that I wanted.
You're horrible.
Shut up, bro. She wanna beat me so bad. She wanna beat me so bad. Can we say shut up? Like, is that when we get reported? Like,
it's fine.
We're fine. We try to keep it very much PG, R-rated. I mean, G-rated. See, this is
for everyone.
G is also rated for everyone.
Oh, I know.
This podcast is not gonna work. This podcast is brought to you by schools. Stay in school, kids, because when you don't, as you can see.
Oh, I know you laugh.
Okay.
Okay.
John,
back to
okay.
Back to Grammy.
Honestly, since we're not putting like we're just rated G for everyone, I encourage everyone out there to listen to Trying to Smoke by Jhené Aiko. No, we're not smokers ourselves, but the song is really good by Jhené Aiko, and it's really a vibe, and she has a really nice voice, and I encourage you to go smoke. I mean,
cameras.
Cut the cameras. I don't encourage you to smoke. I encourage you to listen to the song. I'm very like, they have me shoot a Disney commercials. I'm like, Gabby gotta go. She gotta go. She's spreading the wrong message to the children.
See, I don't know what happened like for the last 2 topics we've been on, but it has me going professional.
But anyways, artists that me and her really both like are SZA and Givian. As you can see, our playlist coincides there.
Right.
She likes to claim Zayn and Harry, but she needs to back off. She needs to back off.
I'm not obsessed with them as
I'm not obsessed.
Your obsession is kind of unhealthy.
I'm not obsessed. She's just jealous that I like them more than her.
She literally beats me if I even say that one of them are my husband.
I do not beat her. Don't let her lie to you like that.
It's okay. We all know the truth. As
Whatever.
you can hear her slapping me.
I know you're lying. Okay, whatever. People in this house just lie. Do I like? Oh, can't say that I do. Can't say that I do. Anyways, we're gonna remain as unproblematic as possible on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
First, we're gonna do that by getting rid of Faith. Legendary Talks. Legendary Talks was not really feeling Faith's vibe, so she's been kicked.
I just know it.
So she's been kicked from the podcast, and we're gonna announce a new member next week. I'm lying.
You are?
I'm joking. But that's it on Grammy Talk and Music Talk. Basically, we're gonna switch and talk about the new feature on Twitter called Spaces.
Oh my god.
So the new feature on Twitter Spaces was released early this week, and it gave a few people like early access to the feature so they can like start Spaces. Everyone can join them as long as they have the link. But yeah, this week they basically gave it out a try. And what do you think about it, Faith? When I found my first space, Nate Clips was in it. So if any of you are on Twitter, you probably know Nate Clips if you were on any of the spaces this week. So what do you think of it, Faith?
Well, for one, I think that it's a clever idea. I think I really support Twitter's decision because it brings more comedy, laughter, and even more, diverse things to do on Twitter. Like recently, we were in a talent show. We tried to get in, but it's too many people. But
The Space Factor, if you guys have heard of it. We're going to shout you guys out on the podcast, even though we have like no followers right now. We're going to shout out the Space Factor, and Bunny is my favorite judge, just so she knows.
And the one who don't mess with Harry.
Try this. You don't mess with Harry? You don't mess with Harry Styles? And then, yeah.
Anyway, I think it's very clever. Like she said, Nate, he is hilarious. I totally stand him. Very much support all the people he support, like our Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj. Too scared not to. But he has great comedy. He's very, the spaces are a clever thing Twitter did. I think, brings more attention to Twitter. More people active now, too. So that's the plus side.
I'm going to tell you, it's a hot mess.
Oh.
It's a hot mess. Twitter, what were you thinking? You gave Stan Twitter the option to argue with each other in live camera and live action. You allowed for this Barbs and Cardi game? You allowed for Barbs and Cardi game to argue.
Barbie.
In live time. You thought this was a good idea?
And I quote, one aggressive person said, "I will press on your little sister's soft spot."
Nate Clips 2021. Anyways, I think it's a hot mess, but it's very much entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. People have been getting very creative with these spaces, like the Space Factor. That is very clever, to be honest. And the trailer any of you see the trailer for the Barbs versus Cardi?
Oh my god!
It was the Barbs versus Cardi. They made it. There was one where they made Taylor Swift fans cry. See, it's literally just a hot mess, if I'm being honest. But they're very entertaining. Very much toxic, though. Very much toxic, though. So if you're not able to handle being yelled at and being told that someone will press on your little sister's soft spot, I would not recommend you using the Spaces feature on Twitter, because Twitter is not for the weak, to be honest. And I really like it, to be honest. Right now it's pretty okay, and I enjoy it. I just don't know how the space feature is going to be on Grammy Day. I think that was a slip up in their plan. I think they shouldn't have released it before Grammy Day, because there's gonna be some controversy on those.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Also, we should put a reminder out there for everyone who's listening and might use the Spaces feature. Twitter have decided to record Spaces for the first half of their trial. So if you're doing and saying anything in that space and Twitter reviews it, your account is in danger of being suspended, in case you didn't know.
Ooh, Nate.
Yes, Nate created like 3 accounts. Nate, we love you. To be honest, we don't want to make an enemy of you.
Right,
we don't want to make an enemy
so.
of you. And yeah, I think the Spaces feature is a hot mess, but Faith we both really like it, but it's very much a hot mess.
I think it was a good idea.
It's very much a hot mess. Twitter, if you're listening to this, please add a chat feature on the Spaces. Just a thought. So I think this is concluding the first ever Legendary Talks podcast. How do you feel about this? I
feel great, actually. I think we did great. Good.
Yes. It was a very fun process. I can't wait to record the next one. I've been looking forward to this for a while, so I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, guys. I really hope you tune in. I really hope you enjoy the podcast. Please follow us on Twitter at Legendary Talks. This podcast, I think we're gonna try to get it posted on Spotify.
Yeah.
And what else should we get it posted on? Maybe we'll post it on YouTube, but we haven't figured out how we're gonna do that yet.
Yeah.
So
it definitely will be out there.
It'll be out there, and you should share with your friends if you enjoy it. And you can actually tweet us at Legendary Talks if you want to tell us about any topics you might want us to talk about for the next time. And we'll see you next time on Legendary Talks.
Yeah.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Finn.
And this was Legendary Talks, where we make our talks
legendary.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Legend.
legendary.